Hola, everyone, and welcome to Speak Up Scholars. My name is Rishi Seek, and I'm so excited to start this debate journey with you. Hoy, we are going to begin with the very basics. This is our first lesson, and the goal is to answer one big question. What is debate? Now let's start off simple. Debate is a structured discussion. That means it is an organized conversation with rules. And oh. Hola, everyone, and welcome to Speak Up Scholars. My name is Rishi Seek, and I am so excited to start this tremendous debate journey with you. Hoy, we are going to begin with the very basics. This is our first lesson, and let's try to answer one big question. ¿Qué es debate? Now let's start off simple. Debate es un structured discussion. That means it is an organized conversation with rules. In Spanish, structured means estructurado. So debate is not random arguing. No es gritar. It's not yelling. It's not interrupting. No es pelear. It's not a fight. Debate is about sharing ideas clearly, listening carefully, and giving reasons for what you believe. Here is a simple definition. Debate es un structured discussion where two sides present arguments using both reasons and evidence. Now let's break that down together. First, debate has two sides. One side agrees with the idea, while the other side disagrees with that idea. The side that agrees is called the affirmative. You can think of that in Spanish as a favor or afirmativo. The side that disagrees is called the negative. Again, in Spanish, that's en contra or negativo. So in debate, there are always two sides looking at the same topic, but just in different ways. Now let's talk about a very important word, argument. In debate, an argument does not mean a fight, no significa pelea. It means a reason that supports your opinion. In Spanish, that is un argumento. And that leads us to one of the most important ideas in all of debate. There is a difference between an opinion and an argument. So let's take a look at that. An opinion is just what you think. For example, la tarea es mala. That is only an opinion, but now listen to this. La tarea es mala porque la tarea, it causes stress and it gives students less time to rest. That is an argument. That is debate. And why? Because we have a reason. So remember this. Opinion is what you think. An argument is what you think plus a reason. In debate, that reasons matters so much. We don't just say, sí, no. We don't say, I agree, I disagree. We ask, why? Why do you believe that? Why should other people agree with you? That is what debate is all about, and it's one of the reasons why it's such an enriching activity to be involved in. Now let's look at another important word, evidence. Evidence means proof in Spanish. That's evidencia. Evidencia can be facts, examples, statistics, or even expert opinions that help support your argument. So if I say school should start later because teenagers need more sleep to learn well, that's an argument. If I then add research, facts, examples, or those expert opinions, that becomes stronger. That becomes your debate case. Now let's look at a sample topic. Here is the statement. A time-old classic, schools should require uniforms. This statement is called the resolution or the topic. In this case, you can think of resolution as tema or propuesta. The affirmative side would say schools should require uniforms because uniforms reduce distractions and they help students focus. The negative side would say schools should not require uniforms because students should have freedom to express themselves. They should get to choose. Now, notice something important. Both sides are giving reasons. That is what makes it a debate. Now, let me say something very important. Good debate is respectful. In Spanish, respetuoso. Debate is not about attacking people, it is about responding to ideas logically. We challenge the argument, not the person. So, a good debater is someone who can oír, escuchar, y creer, y responder clearly, carefully, critically, and respectfully. That phrase, critical thinking, is very important too. In Spanish, pensamiento crítico. Critical thinking means looking carefully at ideas, asking questions, and deciding whether something actually makes sense. Debate also builds confidence or confianza. Maybe right now you feel shy, tal vez estás nervioso or nerviosa. That is completely okay. You do not need to be the loudest person to be a strong debater. Solamente necesitas practicar. Now, I want to teach you a very easy formula for making an argument. Claim plus reason equals your argument. A claim is your point, your main idea. In Spanish, afirmación o idea principal. A reason explains why your claim is true. For example, your claim, schools should start later, and your reason is that students learn better when they get enough sleep. That is a basic argument. Now, here's another. Your claim, students should not have homework on weekends. The reason, necesitan tiempo para vender con su familia. Simple, clear, strong. You don't need difficult words to be good at debate. You need clear ideas, you need reasons, and you need to practice. Now it's your turn. After I'm done explaining this activity, I want the teachers, if you can, please to pause the video and follow this through. Every student should get a piece of paper, or just think carefully if you don't have one, and make sure to get a pencil as well. Here is the topic. Students should wear school uniforms. When you pause the video, write down these three things. ¿Eres afirmativo o negativo? What is your claim? And what is one reason that supports your claim? You can use this sentence frame. Yo creo que blank, porque blank. For example, and don't copy this, but I believe students should wear uniforms because uniforms help students focus. Or I believe students should not wear uniforms because students need freedom of expression. Now, teachers, please pause the video now and have the students try it on their own. Welcome back. Great job. If you were able to choose a side and give one reason, then you've already started debating. That is a massive, monumental first step. Now let's try one more quick challenge. I'm going to read out two sentences and you decide which one is an opinion and which one is an argument. First, school lunches are terrible. But second, school lunches should improve because healthy food helps students focus and learn. Now, teachers, if you can again, please pause the video and have the students talk and amongst themselves on why they believe which one is the opinion and which one is the argument. That would be great. Now, the answer, I'm sure you're all waiting. Sentence one is the opinion, and sentence two is that argument. Why? Sentence two gives you a reason behind the claim. Excellent work. Now, before we finish, I want you to remember three big ideas from today. First, debate is structured. It has rules and organization. Es una discusión estructurada. Second, debate is about arguments, not just opinions. Necesitas razones. But third, debate is respectful. We challenge ideas, not people. SpeakUp Scholars, we believe every student has a voice. Cada estudiante tiene una voz, and every student can learn to use that voice with confidence. So this is just the beginning. In the next lessons, we will learn how to build stronger arguments, respond to the other side, and how to speak more confidently and articulately. Gracias for joining today's lesson, and I can't wait to see you all in the next video. Thank you so much and have an excellent day.